Gongs are among the world's oldest and most important musical instruments, originating in Southeast Asia. The gong may be traced back as far as the second millennium, but it's widely assumed that it's even older.
There are gong practitioners out there. We may be, in a way, few in number, but we cover the globe.
In Chinese history, gongs are first mentioned around 500 AD. From the regions of Burma, China, Annam, and Java stem at least 7 gong shapes and sound structures.
I guess misconceptions are that A, they're big, loud instruments, and that's the only way they get played, or B, there's only one type of gong. There are many types of gongs out there.
I've never heard an instrument like them. I've come to appreciate them not just being a piece of metal, but a very live being that responds to its environment.
People are still unaware of just the level of art that the gong has been taken to. You don't get to the same level with other instruments. People who come to see me play, their first reaction before I even hit a note is, oh wow.
There's so many different influences for how the sound comes out of the gong. The listener, they feel it as well as hearing it.
Passed from family to family over the generations, the tradition and art of the gong were veiled in a sense of magic. Gong makers believing that a gong could only succeed with the intercession of higher powers, and that they, in their art, were exposed to these forces with more intensity than ordinary humans.
Along with the sound and the visual nature of the gong, you have this invisible force coming at you.
The gong was an element of great importance in the lives of Far Eastern peoples and is still very prominent in many countries today.
It just kind of naturally happened that I was getting a sacred feeling from playing the gongs. The gong just seems to evoke such an ancient sound. As a drummer for 27 years, I've got lots of rhythmic ideas. And what I try to do with my performances is taking the listener on a dynamic journey. So it's not just one big oral assault. It's got lots of different shades and very quiet passages and more powerful.
I see what I'm doing is creating a whole new genre of music. And I absolutely do not limit myself to any structure, and that's why every concert is completely different.
In some Asian cultures, the gong was an indication of wealth and status. In ritual, it was employed in the evocation of spirits and the banning of demons. The mere touching of a gong could bring fortune and strength.
It's very soft on occasion. Now that being said, there are nights when it's very dark and ominous and deep, but that's what people are looking for. You know, people who come to see me want to go deep. They want to go to the next level of wherever it is they are on their journey, and with this, they can do that. In terms of the people that come and see me play, it's amazing. It's a wide range from women who are pregnant to, I think the oldest person that's come to see me is 95.
As a musical instrument, the gong accompanied celebrations, funeral ceremonies, orchestras, and theatrical events.
Each person experiences it differently. Some people it's healing, some people it's meditative, some people it's music, it's a flow of an energy that they've never experienced before.
I think the world in general is more and more receptive to wanting more peace, and I think the gong really goes hand in hand with that. I see the interest in the gong as expanding in the future decades. I never dreamed of musical experiences like what I get from the gong. Of all the instruments I've played in my life, the gong is the one that probably has connected internally with me the most. I'm trying to live a more meditative lifestyle, and the gong seems to do most of the work. It's in some ways become kind of a lifestyle instrument.
They've changed my life, there's no doubt about it. Like, they're teaching me each performance that trying to be as good as I can be.
The gong has helped me to discover a deep state of peace, which the world needs.
Solemnity, reverence, peace, and tranquility, and some even say healing, have resonated throughout the ages in the many voices of the gong.